Oh no, I had breakfast. I woke up just a little early so I could go through the Chick-fil-A drive-through, which was a frustrating experience because there was a woman in a truck in front of me who wasn't paying attention to the line, and I had to keep beeping at her to move forward. So, but I did get a chicken sandwich and a water. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, one has bread, one has the other bread. I know it makes them mad though if you walk through and you order a chicken sandwich in the morning and they say the same thing. Do you mean a chicken biscuit? Yeah, whatever. Just give me something with chicken in it. I don't care. It's 7:45 in the morning. Yeah, I guess. I guess now we're starting to argue about the definition of a sandwich. Do pickles define a sandwich? Huh. I didn't know they could do that. Well, I guess if you're gonna, put it in a casino, you might as well be open on Sundays. We should ask Jack about his opinion on sandwiches. I had a question for you, Dan. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't know why. Yeah, nice. I'm not broadcasting to the people in the Oak Room, am I? No, okay, good. Because I've been talking about Chick-fil-A and sandwiches for the last. What do you think? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yeah, it's kind of hard to agree with anyone. Yeah, last year I argued with one of my roommates for about an hour about whether or not a hot dog was a sandwich or a taco. Yeah, well, we never came to an agreement. Well, you tell them that. thank, thank you for coming to my stand up.
Well, I can tell you a few things, Jack. None of it will be very interesting, but to serve for a test. Um, I had a breakfast burrito, microwave breakfast burrito, really quick, just to get a little something in me. And I stuck a energy bar in my jacket pocket, so I had a little something to carry me in case I needed it. And beyond that, um, I'm just flying on adrenaline. Haven't had coffee yet or anything.
Test 1, 2. You're getting that? All right, great.
So we'll have you right next to the speaker, and she'll call on you, introduce you for the invitation, right towards the beginning of the program.
Okay. All right.
Then y'all have lunch.
Testing 1, 2, testing. How you all doing today? I'm glad you could make it. You still need some more. You're good.
Pardon me, sir. I'm so sorry. Text please. Text please.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I mean, there's a button here, but I don't know if that's it.
How are you, Madam
Hey,
Speaker?
I just wanted to know how you turn the thing on.
It's on.
It is on.
You
So
turn it on.
we don't turn. Yeah, let's turn it off until I'm. And here's a button. Is that it?
How do we turn it off? Push that button.
If everyone could take their seats.
All right. Or get a bunch of politicians to sit down in time, Gene. Yeah, right. I already get a bunch of them. Yeah. So.
Yeah. If everyone would please have a seat, we're going to get the program started. Somebody get them to quiet. Yeah. 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 All right, it's time for everyone to have a seat, please. We're going to get the program started. Thank you. Well, welcome to the first luncheon of this biennial. And I have the pleasure of presiding, and I want to introduce those who are at the head table. Not that they're strangers to any of you, but we have Lieutenant Governor-elect Burt Jones and Representative Mac Jackson, to my right, Chancellor Sonny Perdue. Well, we have, I'll wait on him. We do have a late arrival here. We have House Speaker nominee John Burns. Senate Pro Tem nominee John Kennedy. And House Majority Leader Chuck F. Strachan. Better late than never, UGA President Jerry Moorhead. That's right. That's right. Senate Majority Leader Steve Gooch. House Minority Leader James Beverly. And Senate Minority Leader Gloria Butler. Well, thank you. I'd like to ask Representative Mac Jackson of Sandersville to give the invocation, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We lost a dear friend a couple of weeks ago, and I'd like to ask you to bow your heads at a moment of silence for Speaker David Ralston. Thank you. Heavenly Father, as we come before you, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for this great state of Georgia. We thank you for the citizens, Father. And most of all, Lord, we thank you for your dear Son, Jesus Christ. And now, Lord, we ask that you bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
I have the pleasure of introducing the 22nd president of the University of Georgia, Jerry Moorhead. And prior to becoming president in July of 2013, President Moorhead served UGA in many administrative roles, the most important of which, when I met him, he was the faculty advisor to my son's fraternity. And that's how I got to know him, including Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost, Vice President for Instruction, and Director of the Honors Program. He's the MEGS Professor of Legal Studies in the Terry College of Business, where he has held a faculty appointment since 1986, and he's a 1980 graduate of the UGA School of Law. Please join me in welcoming UGA President Jerry Moorhead.
Thank you, Speaker Jones, for presiding over today's luncheon. I know that we are all keeping Speaker Ralston's family in our thoughts and prayers today. David was my classmate in law school and my moot court partner, and we certainly appreciate the service that you are providing the House during this time. On behalf of the University of Georgia, I want to welcome everyone to the 33rd Biennial Institute for the Georgia General Assembly. And congratulations to all members of the Georgia General Assembly for your willingness to serve this state and to put yourselves out, showing your commitment to public service and dealing with the important issues that we face today. We are certainly honored to have Chancellor Perdue here today as our keynote speaker, and we look forward to his remarks in a few moments. Since 1958, UGA has been proud to host this biennial conference, which provides policymakers the opportunity to study some of the topics that you will be addressing over the next 2 years. From workforce development to healthcare, certainly your agenda and your time here at UGA shows the complexity and the importance of the issues that all of you will be considering. And we certainly know while public service is an honorable and rewarding calling, it is also a tremendous sacrifice for all of you. And we are grateful for what you do for the state of Georgia, for the university system of Georgia, and for the University of Georgia. Like all of you, public service is something that we understand here at the University of Georgia. And our commitment to making a difference across the state has never been stronger than it is today. As a land grant and sea grant university, we are proud of our public service and outreach mission, and we take it very seriously. We were thrilled last month to be recognized by the Association of Public and Land Grant Universities with their national award, the C. Peter McGrath Award for Community Engagement. That is APLU's highest award for public service, and it went to UGA's Archway Partnership. Many of you in this room have worked with the Archway Partnership, which started in 2005 and sends our faculty and staff to work with rural communities across Georgia to address the critical needs that are identified by the community members in those areas. Another public service and outreach unit, the Small Business Development Center, has 18 locations around Georgia and has now helped launch nearly 2,000 businesses, helped create more than 13,000 jobs, and has helped raise over $1 billion in capital. All of that in the last 5 years alone. And for many of you in this room, you have worked for years and years with UGA Extension as we work across the state to share our research and best practices in areas ranging from crop and animal production to 4-H youth development programs. So for all of us, the Biennial Institute for Georgia Legislators is another notable example of UGA's outreach. And we are honored to have collaborated with the Georgia General Assembly now for 64 years in organizing this conference. With the support of our state leaders at the Capitol, I believe the University of Georgia is continuing to reach new heights, not only in public service and outreach, but also in research and teaching. And we could not do any of that without all of you in this room and your tremendous support. So thank you for what you do for the university system, for the University of Georgia, and for the great state of Georgia. I hope you won't hesitate to call on me or anyone associated with our institution if we can help you throughout your term in office. I certainly wish for you a successful conference, a productive legislative session, and we hope the opportunity to come down and visit with you when we win our second consecutive national championship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Moorhead, and please enjoy your lunch, and we'll start the program in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah. We go to Dublin, that's very much. And they're right off. That is your railroad. Which is your they have more traffic. There's the real result. We've got because of the kill. I don't know if you know, we call it fish off, and the world calls it kale. So because of the kale industry, they're able to haul their kale. The kale industry almost of that thing. They call it, and Norfolk Southern comes across it. Every time Norfolk Southern crosses the railroad, there's a fee. No. So that's also another reason. Although I know you roll with good invitations. No, he's good about making sure that's good. No. No,
So we
sure.
got 3 trips in time. 3 days. Railroad. He said we got a number of yeah, it's a kind
Nice to see you, sir. Nancy, you sound now. Thank you so much.
You're on 15. I'm gonna go right. That ain't came from Biennial. We could do it. When we do our statewide tour, you gotta look. All right, let's get to the exactly. That's the bar. I agree. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care if we just go up and down. You know what I mean? It's just like a little quick second. Just like it in. They have a helicopter. They have an accident. Private helicopter. Funded by taxpayer dollars. Like that. Leak that out. Leak it. Over herd. It's like herd on the hill, over herd on the hill. That's right. The U spot there and the Kirby spot there. Oh, yeah. And this time next year, we'll go around and get paint. I'm going to put the messages on it. Relentless. I was like, oh no, I knew there was. Don't ask me how she was. Yeah, practice. Not a game. It's about practice. Did they get it? Good job, man. Good job. Even back, that was even short. Hey, Joe, oh, no, bro. When the speaker came in, I couldn't breathe. I was so nervous. They told us to shut his family. Did you buy your lunch? No, I tried to buy him one, but he wouldn't do it. Yeah, I remember those days.
I just want to mention if everyone please continue eating your lunch and your dessert, and we'll just move on with the program. As soon as everybody down there hears me. Thank you very much. I have the pleasure today of introducing Chancellor Sonny Perdue. The Board of Regents named Sonny Perdue the 14th Chancellor of the University System of Georgia in April of 2022. He oversees our 26 public colleges and universities with an almost $10 billion annual budget, 48,000 faculty and staff, and more than 340,000 students. Prior to becoming chancellor, he was the 31st Secretary of the U.S. Department of Agriculture from 17 to 21. He also served 2 terms as the governor of Georgia from 2003 to 2011 and was a member of the Georgia Senate from 1991 to 2001, where he chaired the Senate Higher Education Committee and eventually became the Senate President pro tem. As Agriculture Secretary, Chancellor Perdue managed a workforce of 110,000 employees with the stated objective of being the most efficient, effective, and customer-friendly agency in federal government. I remember those kind of words when you were governor. That sounds pretty familiar. This included stabilizing the food supply chain during the COVID-19 pandemic and the launching what many of you remember, the Farmers to Families Food Box program to ensure the most vulnerable Americans were fed. As governor, he reformed the state budget and focused on eliminating wasteful spending, spending while Georgia faced unprecedented twin recessions. His fiscal management during those 8 years prepared Georgia to excel when revenues returned and allowed Georgia to maintain its AAA bond ratings. During his term, high school graduates in Georgia posted the highest graduation rates and SAT scores in state history at that time. His tenure in the state legislature came at a time when lawmakers worked with Governor Zell Miller to craft one of the most innovative higher education programs in the nation, one we're all familiar with and proud of, the Hope Scholarship. In his role as higher education chairman, he also helped recruit USG Chancellor Stephen Porch to Georgia. This work reinforced a passion of his for higher education that continues today, including a commitment to maintaining the connection between a world-class university system and economic success for the benefit of the state and all Georgians. Born in Perry, Georgia, and raised on a farm in Bonaire, he's a veterinarian and an agribusiness owner who graduated from Warner Robins High School and earned his doctorate of veterinary medicine from the University of Georgia. He's also a veteran, serving 4 years in the U.S. Air Force. He's married to Mary, also a UGA graduate. They have 4 children, 14 grandchildren, and have served as foster parents for 8 children awaiting adoption. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Sonny Perdue.
Y'all do that tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Speaker Jones, you did a great job reading everything I wrote for you. I didn't mean we do it all, though. Well, I'm going to do a Mike Beatty greeting. How y'all doing? There seems to be a sweet spirit in this place, and I'm glad to stand before you again and see all the smiling faces, and I appreciate the opportunity to come with you here today. I want to thank all of you, as well as Governor Kemp, for your continued leadership and your strong support of our university system and all of its institutions and our students particularly. So thank you as well. Congratulations to the podium up here, to all of our incoming leaders, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and House Speaker nominee John Burns, Speaker Pro Tem nominee Senator Kennedy, John Kennedy, and all you other leadership, and Gloria. We go back a long way, don't we? And James, look forward to working with all of you all as well. So Mac already mentioned it, but I think I want to also take a moment to recognize the gentleman who's not with us here today, as you all know, whose absence is very much felt today. We knew that Speaker Ralston was not well, but it was all too soon with losing him. And Jan, I want to thank you for stepping up as Speaker Pro Tem into your role as Speaker now and leading this group for there. David was a friend. I remember when he came to the Senate in 1992, and he was just a gentle spirit from North Georgia and worked tirelessly for his district there prior to moving to the other house and becoming Speaker. I want you to know that our students across Georgia, he was a strong supporter of the university system, as you know, and our students have benefited and have many opportunities all across Georgia because to advance their social mobility and their family prosperity for the future because of David and his support. And I'm grateful for the tremendous impact that his leadership had on the system, university system of Georgia, and this great state as well. President Moorhead, thank you for your welcome. Proud of you and the University of Georgia. You look fine on that podium Saturday night up there. You look good. We got two more podiums to stand on, so we're all ready, and we'll be cheering our dogs on in that way. And to the Carl Vinson Institute, it's always good to be in your house and do a great job here, but also across our state. The President Moorhead mentioned the Archway program. If you've heard from your rural communities across the state, this is a game changer. I know Sam Way from Hawkinsville thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread, and they've really done an amazing job in that way. And as I get sentimental about this, for all of you, 10 new senators and 43 new House members. It was 32 years ago I sat where you are today, 1990. Governor Zell Miller had just been elected governor. Pierre Howard had been elected lieutenant governor. And I sat out there as you did, wide-eyed about what have I gotten myself into that way. But it's been a great ride. I enjoyed my 12 years in the state Senate and 8 years as governor and 4 years in the cabinet. And now I'm excited about this job as well. Funny story. I warned Mary Margaret I was going to tell this, but you know, you all come from different places, different districts, 180 on one side and 56 on the other. And I want to encourage you to advocate for your district. Those people elected you to fight for them and do that. We're a republic and we come together with all those different districts. Mary Margaret one day was not very pleased with my stand on a particular item or a bill or something. In her own unique way, she was dressing me down verbally. No, she was whipping my behind verbally about something I had done or had not done. I looked at her, I said, Mary Margaret, you know why you don't bother me? Because she was agitated that it wasn't affecting me too much. I said, I had a big sister just like you. And I said, and by the way, have you not noticed you could never get elected from my district and I sure couldn't get elected from yours. So that's what the legislature is all about. And you come and legislate for your constituents. One other warning for you people just coming. You got all about the same number of constituents, but you won't have any more important constituents than those that live in your house. Don't forget those, okay? You take care of them or it'll take care of you in that way. So it's good to be here. And I want to congratulate all of you who were recently elected or re-elected there, buddy. Y'all recycling. Y'all gone down recycling now, Buddy Deloach. Your service to your communities and your districts and really makes a difference in Georgia. That's why people want to come here. That's why you've heard today how people are coming out, how Georgia's growing. And I hope it's meaningful for you as well, because it's a great public service. And I truly mean that. So I stand before you today as an honor to serve in a thriving university system. On behalf of the system and the Board of Regents, I want to thank you sincerely for your support. Y'all have been good. I want to thank each of you for understanding that education matters, and that's been helpful. Today, we couldn't do it without you, but I want to show you, I hope I'm not, well, I hope I am telling some of the things you already know, but for those of you maybe newly elected, let me share a little bit about the university system, because I want to show you we got one of the best systems in the country, but I want to share with you our vision for how we become the best in the country with your help. Our public colleges and universities open the doors of opportunity for everyone. They provide great value for the state of Georgia, At the same time, that doesn't mean we can't do better and be more transparent of how we help our students be more successful. So for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the university system, there are 26 public institutions, 9 access colleges, 9 universities, 4 comprehensives, and 4 research universities, one of which we're here right now and very proud of. We've got 3 of the best public HBCUs, comprehensive universities, and all of those in the country. And meeting students where they are all across the state of Georgia. We enroll over about 335,000 students now, 48,000 full-time staff and faculty, with a statewide impact of about over almost $20 million in that $20 billion. So since 2011, the number of USD degrees as awarded to our graduates has increased about 36%. We're making progress. The Regents had a strategic vision of degree attainment because that's really what matters. That includes some 74,500 degrees awarded this past fiscal year alone, the most in our history, another record there. So we stress completing a degree because there's a direct link between education, economic development, and the quality of life. I learned that from Zell Miller. I thought he was the first governor that truly understood the confluence of higher education and economic development. You see what's happened during that period of time, not just the Hope Scholarship, but the investment in the talent flow this state has done through its university system, as well as the Technical College of Georgia, has led to robust economic development announcements for years now. And we ought to be proud of that. I'm a facts guy, and the facts show that degree holders will make over $1 million more in their career, in their lifetimes, than those who didn't finish college. It's $1 million deal, folks. That's why it's important that we need to get kids in, get them educated, get them finished on to their careers, whatever that may be. So we're working on the success of our students, and the Board of Regents is committed to keeping costs low as they can, the best way to help them complete a degree. Let me tell you this. Since 2016, the average annual tuition rate since 16, that's what, 7 years? Did I do the math right? 7 years. Increase in Georgia is only 0.72%, less than 1% a year, far below the rate of inflation. We know that today, don't we? In 5 of the last 7 years, we've not raised tuition at all, except for a minor change with Macon when they went with a different sector. As a result, Georgia students and families pay some of the lowest tuition and fees in the whole country. In the Southeast, among the 16 states in the SREB, we're the 3rd lowest in undergraduate tuition and fees. Folks, we ought to be proud of that. Affordability is a key, and you know that, in helping people afford to go to college. Nationally, more than 2/3 of this nation's states have a higher average tuition and fees for 4-year degrees than Georgia does. But I want to tell you, we're value-oriented. Inexpensive does not mean inferior. We're looking for a great value. You mentioned the words that you said in my remarks about value, most effective, most efficient, best managed. Those are the kind of things we're working on to give our students and our state a good value for the dollars that you appropriate. We want you to be proud of the investment that you make in higher education in Georgia. You heard President Moorhead talk about the awards. Every year, we've got institutions ranked among the best in the region and the nation, are in only one of 3 states in the nation with at least 2 public universities ranked in the U.S. News and World Report top 16. Think about that. Only 2 in the country, with only three in the country. They have 2 in the top 16 there. Both our University of Georgia here and Georgia Tech. Folks, in the midst of that, we're still having people doubting the value of higher education, even though the facts are clear. Public confidence in higher education's ability to lead this country in a positive direction has fallen 14% in just the last 2 years. 2 years. Think about that. It's our job to demonstrate to the state, to you all as the public funders, that we're getting a value and we're preparing that talent flow for the economic development of the state. I'm a big believer. I think I learned this from Zell Miller. As our higher education goes, our state follows a generation or 2 later. And what you all have done through economic development, the governor and others have done, I think is attributed to the talent flow and the people. When I was governor and economic development prospects would come in, they didn't want to know about incentives to start with. They didn't want to know about a lot of different things. You know what they want to know? What about your people? Where are we going to get the people to lead these countries and lead these companies? It's gotten even more important today in the kind of modern day jobs that we have, going forward. That's our job, and we want to do it well. People worry about costs, they worry about accountability, and they want to know if we're a worthwhile investment. And you ought to be asking those questions as well. How do we know we're getting our money's worth? We want to stand accountable to that, you asking those questions. I think we are, and I think we can show you the facts. I'm here to get our data and our facts out there to make sure that we're clear on the value return and the return on investment that we offered. So you can say to your constituents who pay those taxes in, here's what you're getting for your money's worth in that regard. Higher education is about helping Georgians grow, helping Georgia grow, and about their possibilities, exposing them to the dreams they may have and never thought possible. Higher education makes those dreams come true. Think about the trajectory. When you take a first generation student that may have not even thought they could go to college and you educate that student to get a good job and in a career, you've changed that family for the future. You've moved through social mobility, the opportunity for that family's life to be different for the future. That's why our hardworking people in our university system do it every day, to make sure that because of the impact they're making. Part of that means a laser sharp focus on the workforce, especially in educating highly skilled employees who companies like Google, Microsoft, Hyundai need to support their innovation ecosystems right here in Georgia and help the state grow. I know I was part of that system when I chaired higher education, where I didn't think the university system was all that flexible, President Moorhead. It was rather tough to move. But listen, this is not your grandpa's higher education system now. They've learned they've got to be more nimble. They've got to be more adaptable. They've got to be more adjusting to the modern workforce and the demands of our workforce economy in that way. So requests for new degree programs must now include job postings, skills training, employment projections, and expected industry support anytime the university adds another program. We offer concentrated degrees in things like financial technology, cybersecurity, film production. We house the Georgia Film Academy and support the Georgia FinTech Academy at Georgia State University to work with industries that have billion-dollar impacts on this state. Folks, we're educating students now for jobs that we don't even know in 5 years. We're trying to teach them critical thinking, problem solving, conflict resolution, working together with the soft skills that employers tell us they want in that regard. Our eCampus and online programs now include more than, I was blown away when I saw this number the first time, 10,845 online courses and 439 fully online degree programs ranging from the associate to the doctoral programs. We partner with our sister agencies, including the Georgia Department of Education and TCSG, to get our students prepared and even to help them earn early college credits. Our focus on Georgia means that we are expanding programs of critical need for this state. Just this fiscal year alone, Governor Kemp and you all, the General Assembly, had a vision to provide us $1.2 million to address a critical nursing shortage here in Georgia. Do we need nurses? You bet we do, and thank you. That means that we're expanding programs at 6 USG institutions to increase our nursing program capacity by over 209 seats. We're doing that as we continue with innovative programs like the accelerated BSN programs and a second degree program that invites college graduates to come back and earn their nursing degree within 1 year. In fact, this year alone, the Board of Regents approved 12 new undergraduate degrees, 18 new graduate degrees, and a new Nexus degree, with many of these programs focused on healthcare as well as data science, data analytics, both high demand career areas here in Georgia. To be clear, these aren't just programs for today's workforce, but for tomorrow's. As we expand by these cutting edge areas like regenerative bioscience, artificial intelligence, agricultural technology management right here at UGA. This is the work that we do to fulfill our mission as a system of teaching, research, and service. I've had conversations with many of you about how our university is growing with the state's demographic trend. You saw some of the demographic trends this morning. In that way, our state is growing and changing, and our university system is as well. These changing demographics means that we adjust and we change as well. I want to be clear that we educate all people, period. They may come from different cultures, ethnicities, racial backgrounds, family incomes, politics, whatever. It makes us stronger as a state. It makes us stronger as a university system. There's a reason, I believe, that our nation's motto is E pluribus unum. You all know what that means. Out of many, one. Out of many, one. Higher education, college is a place where we learn and grow. Growth is a natural byproduct of interacting with those with different backgrounds and experiences. That's what going to college is all about. It's really what coming to the legislature is all about, Mary Margaret. I didn't know about your district and you didn't know about mine. It's coming together and understanding one another's differences and reconciling and coming to a consensus for the best situation of Georgia. That's what we want to train young people to do, to understand how to operate in the General Assembly and how to take and accept people with different opinions than they have in that way. It's a vital part of our students' higher education. Our campuses are meant to be a coming together, a melting pot of different views and opinions. This exchange is designed for growth, not division. I've been clear with our system leaders and our presidents that our strong diversity does not mean supporting one group over another. We must lift all students' populations and champion diversity of thought. President Moorhead and your colleagues, I've told you all that in plain language, we expect our gifted faculty to use their academic freedom as a means to educate and not indoctrinate. My focus on Chancellor is where we are today and where we can go next. If you don't know me, I believe in continuous improvement. Everything we've just talked about has made USG one of the best university systems in the nation. Georgia's won awards for excellent leadership, academic innovation, state government support, and its rise in student achievement. But being one of the best, as the dogs will find out, is different from being the best. We must still improve and build trust. Trust with you, with our public, our funders, our taxpayers, as our systems and our faculty and staff. One of my top priorities since joining the system last year has been to create transparent, public-facing executive dashboards that you and all of your constituents and our stakeholders can use. Facts and data that measure us in all areas, from financial resources to student credits to return on investment. The first is already live on our UGA website or USG website. It's called Georgia Degrees Pay. If you haven't seen it, I invite you to look at it because it shows the value of a Georgia university and a college diploma. While people may question the validity or value of a four-year diploma, the facts remain it's still $1 million deal. $1 million more than that they never went to college at all. We have challenges, of course. Many of you know that. Like our peers across the country, we need to build back enrollment, boost student retention efforts, and we must acknowledge that we are recruiting a workforce that this country sees less of an advantage in us, even as the facts are clear about the impact we will have on their lives. Those high school students today may be tempted to take that $20, $22, $25 an hour job right now, but 1, 2, 5 years from now, when they want to get promoted, they'll realize how important a diploma is and they'll be back. And we want to welcome them with open arms here as well. We want to be there. We want to meet them where they are. And that's why I keep talking about data. It's important. It helps to show the value of investing in college and helps us better. Madam Speaker, I've got a mantra that President Moorhead's probably heard more times than he wants. All of his colleagues have heard it before, but it goes a little bit like this, and we mean it. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. So Not only do I want our flagship UGA to win the national championship, folks, I want you all to know I'm committed to be just as committed. I'm committed to be just as committed as Coach Kirby Smart is that the USG win the national championship in academics as well. I can tell you from experience that the university system is good. We're headed to be the best. You know, when I got back from DC, I signed into LinkedIn, and having served as Secretary of Agriculture, my profile said, born a dirt farmer, tried a couple other jobs, but never could escape. Well, when I got this job, I figured the regents might want something a little more erudite. So I said, being the chancellor of the university system, possibly the most impactful job I've ever had. And I sincerely believe that. When you can change the lives of that many people one by one, that's an impact, folks. And thank you for your help in making that impact. We touch the lives of people where it really counts and help them to add value to themselves. Our campuses exist to create knowledge and to help Georgians thrive and prosper. But at our core, we literally offer the chance for students one by one to change their lives for the future. This includes for my own family. I'm a proud product of this university system right here. This past fall, the latest of our grandchildren began his college career in this very campus at UGA. In fact, I told President Moorhead he's living in the same dorm I started with in 1965, with renovations, of course. Thank you. By preparing our students for good jobs and by helping create the jobs of the future, Georgia public colleges and universities are and will be a good value for students, their families, for Georgia, and a major contributor to our state's economy. I look forward to working with you, Governor Kemp, as together we make USG the best university system in the nation. Thank you all so much.
Well, thank you, Chancellor Perdue. We're looking forward to all that you're going to do in this relatively new role, but bringing all the experience of having served in the legislature and as governor. You came in as governor when I came into the legislature, and then as agriculture secretary, you do bring a wealth of experience. And I feel, and I think everyone here shares, you really know Georgia, and you're just the right person to lead our university system. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for lunch. I just want to remind everyone as we close the program that the behavioral health reform session begins promptly at 2:15. So you have a little bit of a break and until then, and we'll see you at the next session. Thank you.